Hello, everyone. We're going to introduce the second project now. My name is Klára. I'm a design theorist and I'm calling from Prague.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gregg. I'm an engineer from Zimbabwe and I'm calling from Malaysia.
Hi, everyone. My name is Valeriia. I'm an urban designer / urban planner from St. Petersburg. Currently, I'm calling from Moscow.
Hi, everyone. My name is Polack. I'm a designer and researcher based in LA, calling from Turkey right now. And this is our investigation of a hemispherical stack, kind of at the intersection of computation and geopolitics in Russia.
Today's internet is a global network of interconnected devices which traces its origins to the US Department of Defense's ARPANET program of the late 1960s. During this same period, Soviet scientists had been urging the development of computer networks within the Soviet Union. Anatoly Kitov, a cybernetics pioneer and a military computer scientist, first proposed a computer network for managing all of the information flows in the command economy in 1958. This proposal carried over the command and control philosophy of military networks, but wary of allowing civilians into their computer networks, the military hierarchy rejected his proposal. During the 1960s, the OGAS real-time remote access network was developed by another cyberneticist, Viktor Glushkov, and debated by Communist Party leaders. The enormous cost of the project, along with competition between ministries, are some of the reasons why the idea was rejected. The employees of Glushkov's institute in Kiev created a virtual country at their after-hours club. This country, known as Cybertonia, was ruled by a saxophone-playing robot and came up with its own constitution, currency and punts, whilst also examining the scientists' relationship with the state. Bruno Latour has said that technology is society made durable by the processes of embedding the values and priorities of society into its technology. In the history of the Soviet networks, society is technology made temporary through the shifting priorities and values of the society. This is an important idea in examining the aims and policies governing today's internet technologies. Since the 1960s, the internet has spread across the world. Its engine rooms of software code and silicon-based hardware enable planetary scale computation and sensing that gave rise to an accidental, multi-layered megastructure, the stack. This national securitization, territorialization of data and information, and efforts to deploy internet resources along national lines risks a multi-layer segmentation of the stack due to diversifying hardware, software, and operating standards. That is how hemispherical stacks come into being. In contemporary Russia, the internet is being reframed as a national asset fully confined to the country's borders. Such a strategy could be described as a motherland complex. Russia's insistence on territorializing information flows is demonstrated in the April 2018 standoff between the Roskomnadzor Federal Agency and Telegram over user data and decryption keys. The agency's failed attempts at blocking Telegram's servers triggered a cascade of events. Those included the blocking of IP addresses assigned to Google and other cloud providers whose infrastructure was used by Telegram, and compelling Apple to block updates to the Telegram app. The essence of the conflict, then, doesn't lie solely in the state's claim to access private data encrypted by Telegram's protocol, but also in the discordance between national regulatory ambitions and the interconnectedness of global infrastructures and markets. On the political front, the national program Digital Economy of the Russian Federation, signed by Prime Minister Medvedev in July 2017, has as its stated goals the development of domestic technologies for data processing and storage, digitization of public administration, creation of a social credit system, and the development of a global ICT infrastructure. On the surface, the plan proposes to increase Russia's market share of the global digital economy by aligning the internet with Russia's national borders. A key component within the plan is the RUNet, a sovereign segment of the Internet that enables control over data flows. This strongly criticized initiative reveals the paradoxes within the national stack paradigm. The actual priorities of the program are clear within its implementation. The success of initiatives focused on surveillance and filtering contrasts a lack of progress on other projects, such as the global multifunctional infocommunication satellite system, a constellation of satellites delivering high-speed internet. This project was proposed by the state agency Roscosmos upon criticism from the presidential office. At that point, however, competing platforms like OneWeb or Starlink had progressed far beyond Roscosmos' ability to keep up. By contrast, the program fails to account for accidental technological developments at the margins of direct state control, such as Gazprom's plans for the expansion of the Yamal orbital platform or a proposed geoinformation system for monitoring of Siberian ice. These examples show that the digital economy program is deeply contradictory. They illustrate a mismatch between its stated ambitions and focus on creating a sovereign internet, whilst ignoring accidental and contingent developments. As of now, there has not been an attempt at developing local internet standards, and legalization of an internet kill switch has been repeatedly thwarted by industry and activists. In fact, an opposite direction seems to be appropriate. Internet technical standards should be approached and valued as a planetary commons, while the different ways of participating in these networks should be negotiable. The nature of technological infrastructures calls into question the very paradigm of national territories. What digital networks suggest and enable, on the other hand, is zoning based on populational recompositions on the level of the user and biochemical flows on the level of the planet. Following the imaginary of Cybertonia, we should keep envisioning a stack and a society that isn't consigned to the whims of the nation-state.